Let's begin with a soothing story of Shri Satya Sai Baba, which is a proud presentation of our famous anchor, Mrs. Nalini Bhat. Come close, let's take a look together.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. Love is my form, truth is my
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome, brothers and sisters. This is Nalini.
On today's Prashanti, let us learn about the famous Sai Kulwant Hall, which hosted Baba day in and day out for almost 2 decades and now is the guardian of Shri Baba forever, being the Mahasamadhi site. The hall was built in 1993 to 1994 by a Delhi-based industrialist by the name of Kulwant, the president of Sri Satya Sai organization of New Delhi. A staunch devotee of Swami, Shri Kulwant offered to build the hall single-handedly, and at the time of the inauguration, Baba gave it the name Sai Kulwant Hall. Swami visited Shri Kulwant after some years. He had suffered a memory loss and could not recognize anyone. But when he was brought to Baba, he raised his hand and did namaste, indicating that the bond between God and his devotee goes beyond the physical body and the soul never forgets. Sai Kulwant Hall is a huge place with a seating capacity of about 20,000. It was always filled with devotees eager to get a glimpse of Baba at darshan time. Inaugurating the Sai Kulwant Hall, Shri Baba said in his discourse, "On this happy occasion, we have this beautiful structure here. This entire marvelous structure is constructed by one individual. He is Kulwant Roy. Not everyone has this sense of sacrifice. There are many rich people in the world, but all will not have this spirit. Kulwant has that spirit of sacrifice. That sacrifice is his great good fortune. It is the merit of many past lives. Vedas declare our welfare lies in sacrifice. It has to flow incessantly. Only sacrifice grants you liberation. In the world and in Bharat, there are some people with this spirit. So whoever you are, whatever you may be doing, wherever you may be, your greatness lies in sacrificing your strength and capacity. This beautiful mansion shall be called Sai Kulwant Hall."
The heart of Prashanti Nilayam, the powerhouse of this place, is the Sai Kulwant Hall, where hundreds and thousands every day prostrate at the Mahasamadhi of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. This is the hall where millions have seen Baba, touched him, talked to him, and have been transformed by his pure love. And this story continues even today. Every morning at 8, prayer sessions begin here with Veda chanting, followed by bhajans. After this, devotees can come closer to the Samadhi and even touch the shrine as they offer their prayers. In the evenings, the Veda chanting begins every day at 4:30 p.m. and after 45 minutes begin bhajans, which go on till 6 p.m. Devotees are again allowed to go near the Samadhi till 7 p.m. when the second arati is reverentially done as a last prayer offering for the day. Right behind this sanctum is yet another space of immense sanctity, which is generally called the Bhajan Hall. In earlier times, this is where Baba used to sit during the bhajan sessions. This is indeed the inner sanctum sanctorum of Prashanti Nilayam, wherein the main altar is a beautiful silver idol of Shri Sai. Every single day, prayers are done here in a ritualistic manner. Devotees are allowed entry to this hall during the Suprabhatam at 4:30 a.m. as well as during the morning puja and rituals which go on till 7:30 a.m.
Thank you for watching Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.
Let's begin with our 60-minute production, which is this production, with our sweet and kind hostess, Nalini Bhat, who will now televise her sweet story of Satya Sai Baba in her segment called Prashanti. Let's take a look.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath.
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome, brothers and sisters. This is Nalini.
Today's Prashanti takes us to Brindavan, Baba's abode in Whitefield, where we explore the summer camps that Swami initiated in 1972. Called the summer showers, these camps enlightened youngsters in Indian culture and spirituality, so much so that they could be called summer floods and not summer showers. The summer showers were a part of Sai's resolve to shape generations of young men and women of caliber and character, as they are the architects that carve out a beautiful future. These camps were especially fruitful, for Baba, the Jagat Guru himself, inculcated values in the students by way of discourses on various topics like the Ramayana, the Bhagavata, Vedas and Upanishads, and so on. Students were given an opportunity to summarize the speeches given by various prominent devotees during the summer courses in the presence of Shri Baba.
Sri Padmanabhan observed that Sanatana Dharma is the eternal way of life, and through the practice of Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema and Ahimsa, the journey through the Sanatana Dharma would become comfortable. 3 excerpts from the TV serial Mahabharata were shown, followed by a discussion based upon the excerpts.
This afternoon, the students on Anantapur campus were addressed by the Vice Chancellor.
Summer course, the family get-together. Children of Sai, belonging to all the 3 campuses, meet here at the feet of the Mother to remember what she means to us, to immerse ourselves in the divine ecstasy of her presence and to listen to her words.
Like the fire that emerges from the wood, like the oil that emerges from the sill, wherever you see God exists. This is the word of Sai that shows the path of truth. The world is the very embodiment of God. We are seeing this divine principle in the form of this world. The eyes that see, the ears that hear, the mind that experience, that delights. They are the embodiments of the big principle. Though we are experiencing this divine principle every moment, we are deluded that divinity exists elsewhere. When everything is his own manifestation, where do you search for him? Do you try to search for yourself outside in the world? When you are yourself, how can you find yourself anywhere in the external world? When the whole world is a manifestation of God, where do you search for God? He is the inner being, else in all the beings. Every being is a manifestation of God. Vedanta means to believe man as God. There are 6 types of powers in God. Aishwarya, or mastery. Yashassu or fame. Sampada or prosperity. Or wisdom. Vairagya or detachment. God is the master of these 6 types of wealth. Wherever you find these 6 types of wealth, divinity shines there. There is no limit to his powers. He is infinite. How can we describe the greatness of such a divine power? Which is Veda explains that he is attributeless, the ancient, the one without the second, the pure, the wise. He is the attributeless one, the blissful one, the ancient one, eternal one. Without practice and investigation, we cannot attain anything. If the food in the plate has to go into the stomach, the hand should help it. Without self-effort, none can understand the divine principle. Therefore, man should give great importance to self-effort. In this bowl of the world, in the divinity of water, it exists like the sugar which is dissolved in water. In every atom, you can find this divinity. Today, for students, good company is very essential. When we are in good company, we become good. Get rid of bad company. When you have the divine feeling of oneness, you also have to do some limited practices. How can you do that? Here is charcoal, here is fire. The charcoal is black, fire is shining resplendent, and charcoal remains distant from fire, it remains charcoal. Take the charcoal near fire. Let there be relation of nearness between charcoal and fire. As long as charcoal is with fire, charcoal also becomes fire. Thus, take a fan and fan it. Charcoal itself becomes fire. That is what is said in Vedanta. One who knows Brahma becomes Brahma. Good company is not enough. You should have the principle of love.
Near and dear.
Only when you are near and dear to God, you yourself become God. Near, that is practice.
Dear.
It is devotion. When you do spiritual practices with devotion, you can attain divinity. Divinity exists in humans, but we are forgetting that. We should get rid of this material pursuit and contemplate on divinity. It's a great fortune to have such divine feelings. There are any number of people in the world. Do they get such sacred feelings? No. Because of the merits earned by your parents, because of your merits in the previous life. We have that intimate relation with God. You have to nourish it in the right way. This ideal world should be imprinted in your hearts.
Baba declared, "My task is not merely to cure, console and to remove individual misery. The primary task of the mango tree is to produce the mango fruit. The leaves, the branches and the trunk of the tree are useful in their own way, no doubt, but the main aim of the mango tree is to produce the mango fruit. So too, the removal of misery and distress are all incidental to my mission. My main task is re-establishment of Vedas and Shastras in the hearts of all people." Thank you for watching Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.
To begin with, let's step into the marvelous world of Prashanti, to be hosted here by a marvelous anchor herself, Nalini Bhat. Please stay tuned.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food.
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome brothers and sisters, this is Nalini.
On today's segment, we bring you the sports festival held in Hillview Stadium on the 11th of January each year, when the students participate in a variety of sports and perform various tasks. Since Baba believed in all-round development of the young students, sports played a major role. A healthy body contributes to a healthy mind, thereby promoting a wholesome development of the personality of the students. Baba's unique educational system, bearing his holy name, is not lacking in any aspect of the development of an individual. The curriculum is unparalleled as it incorporates sports along with the value-based education. The annual sports and cultural meet brings to the fore several qualities of human excellence in students. With only a few weeks to perfect their presentations and with academics and other daily pursuits, students have to make every minute of preparation count. Students learn to surmount the mental and physical obstacles that may seem impossible. The benefits of participating in sports go beyond learning new physical skills. Sports help children develop better ways to cope with the highs and lows of life. You can clearly discern this quality in Sai students when they enter the competitive world. On this annual sports and cultural meet of the Shri Satya Sai educational institutions, the primary school, the Shri Satya Sai Higher Secondary School and the Shri Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning come together with great enthusiasm and anticipation. Their sole aim is to please Bhagavan. The students practice hard and excel at various tasks with high degree of perfection, skill, synchrony and synergy. The event is a culmination of various sports, cultural and fine arts competitions held at all campuses of the university and other Sai educational institutions throughout the academic year. It showcases an array of physical and cultural presentations by over 3,000 students of the institutions. Preparations, which begin a month in advance, involve hundreds of practice hours by all students and teachers at each institution.
Welcome to our Chancellor, most beloved Bhagavan, and all of you to this year's Sports and Cultural Meet of Sri Satya Sai Educational Institution. We humbly pray Bhagavan to hoist the institute flag this morning at the mark of inauguration of the Sports and Cultural Meet.
We, the children of Sai, swear that we will take part in the annual sports and games in fair competition.
Most beloved Bhagavan, the Chancellor, lights the torch. Higher Secondary School Girls Section. You'll be extremely happy to know that National Assessment and Accreditation Council has evaluated a value-based system of our university and called it the crest jewel of all the universities in this country. The athletics flag from the Anantapur campus. The Satya Group offered their respects to the Chancellor of the University, our beloved Bhagavan. Ahimsa House from Anantapur campus. This is the only junior college at the state level having a full-fledged computer center in the state, recording 100% result in computer science. Sri Satya Sai Arts and Science Junior College for Women. This time for higher learning, Prashanti Nilayam campus. Sri Satya Sai Higher Learning, Brindavan campus.
The students present a program that describes this journey enjoined by the Vedas. Formation that resembles a lotus.
The Jaguars present a show of artistic gymnastics.
In our final presentation, the Velocity Extremers display items with courage, balance, discipline, and teamwork.
Thank you for watching Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.
Let's start off with Prashanti, which will broadcast a heartwarming story on Shri Satya Sai Baba with our excellent anchor Nalini Bhat. Stay tuned.
Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, this is my food. Love is my form, truth is my
We at Prashanti offer our humblest pranams at the most sacred lotus feet of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome brothers and sisters, this is Nalini.
On today's Prashanti, we bring you a hair-raising experience that Sunder Iyer, a Sai student who spent 15 years with Shri Baba, had while he was 17 years old. The incident he narrates shows Baba's love of 1,000 mothers towards his children. Let us watch.
To do the inauguration of the hostel, we boys decided to come up with a grand program for Swami. I said I can do yoga on a rope. You climb a rope 20-30 feet up and then do the yoga asanas right up there. They said, oh, this will be great. Swami has never seen this.
He'd love that.
He actually loved it so much that later on for his 60th birthday, he had me perform it again for the much larger audience. And I said, I also know to jump through hoops of fire. And they said, oh my gosh, fire, now it's exciting. We were just a bunch of young teenagers. So we said, all right, let's be dashing and daring. I saw this as a great opportunity to get closer to Baba or for him to know, yeah, I remember you jumped through the hoops of fire. So we practiced and we said, let's make it a small ring, just 2 feet in diameter. So we make it look like, ow. If it's too big, Baba is going to say, oh yeah, anybody can walk through that. I jumped through one hoop and then we said, oh, seems to be too easy. Why don't we have 2 hoops and then you jump through and that makes it more exciting. So we practiced through 2 hoops. I said, you know what, let's add a third one. And so I jumped through 1, then you bring the second one. I jumped through 2, then you bring the third one. And then I jumped through all 3. We begin with making an offering to God. Then the offering becomes more important than the God to whom is being offered. So for me, I wanted to do this for Swami. How could I do this better? And then it became all about what I can do. But you got to give me a break. I was 17 years old. The day came and you have these rags tied along the hoop and then you set it on fire. So you got to dip it in diesel or kerosene, let it dry and then set it on fire. Now if they were dripping wet, there would be a lot of smoke. I couldn't even see the hoops. So I had to see all the 3 to align myself before my jump. It was all planned. There were devotees all over the place. So Baba arrived and I went and did the yoga on the rope and Baba loved it. Every time I did one asana from there, he would raise his hand and bless. Just loved being in the limelight of Baba and I was like, yes, yes. And then came my part where I had to jump through the hoops of fire. One of the enthusiastic volunteer boys came to me and said, Sundar, you had forgotten to put diesel and kerosene. So just 2 minutes ago, I have doused all the hoops with diesel and kerosene. And I said, oh my God, we had done it 2 hours before and we wanted them all to evaporate so that when we light up, it will be just a simple ring of fire, not an explosion. But it was too late. They announced my name and I told these boys, just get some rags or something and cover your hands because it's going to be hot. Common sense would have been like, forget it, just don't even bring up the show because it's too dangerous for everyone involved. As foolish as I could have been that day, I was wearing a tight neck sweater, tight jeans on, a polyester, tight turtleneck t-shirts. Little did I think, hey, this is polyester. The show begins, I jumped through the first hoop of fire. The moment they lit up, the crowd went, whoo, because it just burst up and I could see tremendous amount of smoke. I went through the first hoop. The 2 boys came and lit up the second hoop. I cleared the second hoop. These 4 boys turned around and said, Sundar, we can't do it anymore. It's too hot. It's too hot. And I told them, please hang on just 30 more seconds. I'll do the third one and then we are off. Other 2 boys came quickly and lit up the fire. And Baba is on the other side of the hoops. I jump. The guy who was holding it the first thought my legs had cleared and they let go. But I had not cleared the hoop. My feet hit the first hoop and everybody gave up immediately. So I land on the ground with all the 3 hoops entangled in my body. I knew I had misfired. I went to the ground, I look up and guess who was standing there? It was Baba, who pulled me out and rubbed all the fire sparks on my jersey. Oh, Bangaru, Bangaru, I'm here, don't be afraid. That is the beauty of the whole thing. He said, I am love. I have a love of 1,000 mothers. I love you more than I love myself. I could never comprehend what do you really mean by it. At that incident, he was sitting in the swing. The boys are gently swinging him back and forth. There are hundreds of devotees all around. Everybody was shocked. Nobody could act at that moment. When I started running to jump the third hoop of fire, Baba jumped up from the jula and started almost running towards me, straight. I'm running to the third hoop. So when I jumped and I landed, he was the only one who pulled me out. He was having silk robes himself. He had the VIPs around him. He could have sent word to stop it. When the situation called, he just jumped right in. That is selfless service. With no thought of his safety at that moment, for him to do this, when there were maybe 1,000 and more devotees and students all around who could have jumped in, he was the only one who acted. That is his spontaneity of love. It's fascinating.
Have words with you later about such a stupid move?
He started calling me the mad fire boy. Where's the mad fire boy? That was that mad fellow who wanted to jump through. Why did you do all this? But chiding, but he was very pleased that I did this for him. That was one of the best moments of my life. Apart from being very embarrassed, it was a very touching moment. He one day said, hey mad boy, come. I went and sat for the interview, and I call it initiation, a fire initiation into the Sai fold. I had to kind of burn some dross, I believe.
Thank you for watching Prashanti. Jai Sai Ram.